Welcome everyone. In today's video, I want to show you how you can trade the 9 a.m. CRT, which is the easiest candle 2 CRT that you can trade. Now, before we dive into the lecture for today, this 9 a.m. CRT work better on Nasdaq and S&P 500, which is EX and NQ. So let's dive into the teaching for today. How do you trade the 9 a.m. CRT? You mark out your CRT low and your CRT high. You wait for the 9 a.m. candle to either sweep the low or sweep the high of your CRT. And you want that sweep to happen around 9:30, which is New York market open. So you want the sweep and the change in state of delivery to happen around 9:30 above, from 9:30, 9:35, 9:40 to 11. That is when you should be looking for your trade. So once the sweep happen and the change in state of delivery happen around 9:30 above, that is what make the setup a valid setup. If it happen before 9:30, don't take the trade, because at market open, market will mostly or most times come to take out the liquidity before reversing to the opposite direction. So that is why you have to wait for 9:30 so that market will come, take out the low and reverse to your direction. So with this diagram you are seeing, this is a bullish diagram and this is a bearish diagram. So you mark out your CRT high and your CRT low. You wait for your 9 a.m. candle to print, and you wait for the purge and the change in state of delivery to happen around 9:30 above. Then you take your trade. So let's go to the example for today. As you can see, this is the bullish example. I mark out my CRT low. You can also discover that I mark out the low that is close to my CRT low. And the reason is because most of the times the market will come, sweep your CRT low and also sweep the low that is close to your CRT low. When you check this market, this is a Nasdaq. When you check this market on S&P 500, you will discover the market came down to take this low. So there was an SMT here. That is why you see the market did not take out this low. It has already taken out this low on S&P 500. So always mark out the low close to your CRT low, because most of the times market will come, sweep your CRT low and also sweep the low that is close to your CRT low. And your target should always be the next draw on liquidity, as you can see. So let me show you the example of the entry. Now this is how it look on a lower time frame. When you mark out your CRT high and your CRT low on the higher time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame, you will scale down to your lower time frame for your entry. And the lower time frame we are using for our entry is the 5 minutes and the 1 minute. Now you wait for your sweep and change instead of delivering to happen on your lower time frame, which is the 5 minutes. You can either take your trade after the change instead of delivery from this FVG, this fair value gap here, or you can go down to the 1 minute and look for 1 minute change instead of delivery, because as you can see, the change instead of delivery here is very far. If you should enter here, your stop loss will be very wide. So you can scale down to 1 minute and use 1 minute change instead of delivery. As long the change instead of delivery happen around 9:30, your trade is valid and the low is swept. As you can see, market came down to sweep the low and the change instead of delivering, and all these happen around 9:30, and that is what make this trade a valid setup. So let me show you the bearish example. As you can see, I mark out my CRT high, a market came and stabbed into the CRT high. This is 4-hour time frame, so we'll scale down to the 5 minutes to look for our entry. And this is how it look on the lower time frame. This is our 5 minutes. You see, market came and it stabbed into the high, and it gave us our change state of delivery, and the sweep, the total soup, and the change state of delivery happened around 9:30. So you can also enter the FVG here, or you can just take your trade from the change state of delivery, or you can also scale down to 1 minute to look for a lower time frame change state of delivery to take your entry. So this is it. This is how you trade your 9 AM CRT on Nasdaq and ES. Very, very simple. And this setup happen almost every week. Every week. So there is possibility you will get one or two trade with this setup. I hope you find value in it. God bless you. I will see you in my next video.